What's up, Internet? Welcome back to No Case Should Remain Unsolved. I am knee-deep in this game, but I wanted to start here at the title screen because I realized when I was logging back into the game, it was replaying this cutscene, which I think is interesting. That's an intentional choice. It gives you the option to skip it, but I spent the past 70 years simply drifting through life, blindly stinging everyone I encountered. Nothing but ruins, so that's it. That's what I am, a jellyfish floating through the sea. I don't even remember why I once became a police detective. Look over there at that family weeping for their lost child. Have I ever done anything to wipe away their tears? A police station is a crucible of pain and grief, so why did I choose to enter that institution? Why did I think I could somehow offer people solace and hope? Maybe I was simply being selfish. Maybe I became a detective just so I could belong somewhere. I should stop now. I should stop wandering with nothing but regret on my lips. That's it then. The first good thing I'll have ever done for everyone. Everyone, I'm sorry for everything. Yeah, that's interesting. There's the obvious thing that I think we might be a Seowon. So here's the thing. We kind of found out in the last episode that there might be two Seowons, right? There might be the Seowon that died, that was Gang Seok's daughter, and died early, prematurely, and then there also might be another girl who is the child of the Chois. So there's the Kim and the Choi Seowon. So if you see from our map here, we only have a couple things left to unlock. This doesn't have anything. How Seowon's grandmother instructed for the kidnapping. Oh, that is sinister. Okay, hello. We don't have that answer, though. The day Seowon's mother was discharged. We don't have anything we need there, though, either. This is the one we got by accident. Is Seowon all right? And right, this is where we left off. So is Seowon all right is where we leave off. I need to find a surrender or a hurt hashtag. And then we're going to probably have to do a little bit of reordering. Surrender or hurt. Date of birth. Oh, I didn't even click on that one. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that'll be our next key once I order some stuff. Surrender or hurt. How about this one? What does that lead me to? Oh, silence. Okay. Well, I was able to solve that one, so theoretically I had the information I needed to do. Why did you turn yourself in? But I don't know if I don't have the information for that either. Time, name. School. I'm seeing the words, but they're all crossed out. I should have it somewhere, right? Caregiver, police, death. Time, called. Okay, hold on, what? Oh, no, okay. And I can't do this one yet, it says no. Okay, maybe I just have to do some reordering. Maybe that's where we're at. Time. Or it's this one. Alright, let's try it. Silence is a heavy burden for a 5th grader, but Myung-ho refused to give in. So I investigated everyone I could. Residents, passerby, local businesses, everyone. There's a little indent in the wall behind the flower beds. You can see the playground from there, but not the other way around, at least for the children playing there. That's where you were hiding, wasn't it? To watch over them from afar. When I went to the playground, I would hear the other mothers gossip about me and the children. Myung-ho would have heard it too. I understand why people would get the wrong idea. Seowon calls me mommy. So it didn't hurt if Myung-ho hated me. I could only imagine how he felt whenever his sister called me that. A few weeks ago, Myung-ho told me to stay away from him. So I just wandered around for what seemed like forever and found that spot. Myung-ho. I know he must hate the fact that I exist, but I I may not be his mother, but still. I promised Won Young that I would take care of them both. And now look what's happened. I only looked away for a second. I only took a second to rest because I'd been standing on my toes the whole time. Oh, okay. Hello. There we go. All right, bang. Almost on the way to the key. We know you weren't at the playground. What happens to Seowon's mother now? Wait, hold on. 2-6. I wasn't trying to take his mother's place, but I assume that's what he thought. What happens to Seowon's mother now? I don't understand. Okay, but we do have a hurt from that last piece, so that will bring us to here. Is Seowon all right? She says she had a great time at Auntie's house, and that when she said she missed me, she was brought straight back home. I'm sorry I didn't contact you sooner. And that when she said she missed me, she was brought straight back home. I knew you were out there searching, but I was too caught up in the moment. I didn't ask any questions. All I knew that my daughter was gone for 3 days, but now she was back. And I know this sounds strange, but all I could ever say was thank you, over and over again. I could bow 100 times over and it wouldn't be enough. Seowon's back is completely unharmed, and that's good enough for me. Detective Seowon is... well, she's been hurt in the past. And I can only blame myself for adding in yet another wound to her young heart. Tell me, did that man surrender to the police? Ooh. Seowon's all right is the name of the achievement. Maybe I gotta pull this one up. Okay, what other... This should go higher for sure. If it's... Is she still missing? That's not you. That's you. Maybe not. Aha! Okay, so that wasn't even the dad at all. And we have a key now. Okay, hold on. So, Eden Kindergarten. About the kindergarten teacher's testimony. I'm grateful for her. That's because then that makes her the saddest person instead of her mom. She couldn't handle it if she were the saddest person in the world. I had no idea she was keeping such a close eye on Seowon. Something Seowon always says to me, Mommy's the saddest person in the world. So this is Yaejong saying this. Yep. Okay, we're starting to put the pieces in together. Here we go. Okay, so... And now I can date it, right? So that's 2-3. Is there an extra piece I have here? No, I don't. Okay, so this is almost all there. I'm going to be able to put the pre-entrance day absentee list together in a second. Let's go back to the kindergarten thing, though. Did you happen to see this boy when you went to the playgrounds to find Seowon? Does this things. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Okay. Let's go back to Dad, because his pieces are not all him. Because I've had this continuing problem of not knowing which ones are his. So this is him for sure. This is him. When did Seowon's mother leave you? This is not the first question that was asked, but Seowon loves getting candy there. There we go. Okay, yep. Okay, so this is still... Oh no, this is a new day. Okay. She's not exactly family, is she? And then the umbrella. Yep, okay. Okay, so that's a new conversation. Got it. So you don't have the fragments. We're gonna get the key. Here we go. Let's see what this does. Birthday or name? I've definitely seen name active. I'd like to say towards the top, but I can't say that for sure. Birthday, name. Birthday or name? There we go. Line across. Pre-entrance day absentee list. Number of absentees, 4. Date of birth, Seo Hojun, Kim Byum, Hwang In-cheol, Kim Seowon. Uh-huh. So not... So Kim Seowon, not Seowon Choi. Yep, okay, cool. Choi Seowon, Kim Seowon. Date of birth, 2004. When was yours? August 1st, 2004. Yours, April 3rd. They were born within 3 days of each other? No. Choi Seowon, August 1st. Oh, no. Within, but the same year. That's wild. Okay. Yep. There we go. Attaching. And then I don't know if I have another word. Do I have any other words to get? Because I don't have any many leads anymore. Oh, I have here. Why did you turn yourself in? The date Seowon died. I know that now? Oh, I do know that. Because... Oh, that's really sad, actually. I understand. So... Okay, I think I get it. At least this piece of it. So there are 2 Seowons, that's for sure. This Seowon, Seowon Kim, the daughter of the ex-English teacher, he, this person was, Seowon Kim was never taken off of the register. So she died 108 days after her date of birth, but was never taken off the register. The police and City Hall then checked in on the other Seowon for her welfare check, and that is the girl that went missing. That is interesting. So we're talking about 108 days after 4/3/2004, right? So I'm just going to pull up my calendar and quickly do a little bit of a count. Here we go. Going to 2004 on the calendar. We're gonna do this like real detectives. Okay, so we're in April 2004, the 3rd of April. Okay, so we got. Well, I guess you could technically do by 30s, right? So if I did 30 days from. Yeah, I mean, if I guesstimate. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 28. Uh-oh. Now I gotta do math. 35, 42, 49. Oh, shit. I'm revealing all my terrible math skills. 63. 70, 77, 84, what would be next? 84, 91, 98, then it would be 105, and then 1, 2, 3, so according to my count, it should be July 13th, so 7/13. It's probably plus or minus 1 there, but let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, plus or minus a couple. There I know. Fair enough. Why'd you turn yourself in? Unsolved case. We know where to find that. That's somewhere here. Is surrender also work there? Yep. Okay. Why did you turn yourself in? Mr. Kim Gan-seok, even the victim's family hasn't reported you. This isn't just about taking the fall for Miss Song Min-young, is it? I heard she reported Seowon missing. When Min-young's mother told me, I was worried for Min-young, but at the same time I was a little glad. After we got divorced, she was in therapy for a long time. We should have gotten help back when she began to think Seowon was alive but missing, no. As soon as Seowon passed away, Min-young was finally discharged from the hospital on Seowon's birthday. Wait, hold on. Okay, so right, because we've seen this. So before I move on, where is this? No, that's not the same person. Min-young's mother told me. I heard she reported Seowon missing. We should have gotten help back when she began to think Seowon was alive, but missing. No, as soon as Seowon passed away, Min-young was finally discharged from the hospital on Seowon's birthday. We went to visit her grave together, and as she ran her hand over the grave, her eyes were empty. There was no hope. Min-young is still chained to that day, circling round and round that moment forever. I started to think that even she'd given up completely. Oh, I get it! Oh, this is fucked. This is fucked because this woman is these two are together. Everything that she's talking about is all with him. These two are connected. You have nothing to do with this person. Choi and this person have nothing to do with each other. And your mother is the grandma. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna dissect this in a second. She's, yeah, so she's kind of caught in this Seowon, the one who died 108 days into her life. she's caught in this spiral, and the two of them are caught in this. She was utterly spent. There was no drive left in her eyes. I began to doubt would she ever recover. I think that's why I was relieved to hear that she set out to find Seowon, because now she at least had something to live for, something that would sustain her and keep her alive. Maybe she knew that too, deep down. Maybe that was why she reported Seowon missing. Maybe she thought Seowon was better missing and alive than dead. That the missing persons report would anchor her to this world, just like I hoped with her birth certificate. She was grasping for a lifeline, just like me. I know this sounds ridiculous, but this is the whole reason I'm here, Detective. I want to make a request. Could you please mark this missing persons case as unsolved? Please. Please let Seowon live. Let her live forever somewhere far, far away. Wow. I think, yes, now I get it. It makes sense. So, that was the piece we needed. I was afraid to stop, nothing more. There's a piece missing, I think, or something like that. So yeah, these two are together, or were together. And all of the stuff that she's saying is completely misdirected. So, cool. So, City Hall makes a weird clerical error that this person is still even alive. They go check on Seowon's mother. And actually we should click on... There we go. That should be crossed out. That's great. Okay. So yeah, we finally have a name. We have Song. So Song gets a welfare check, basically, on the kid. She says that she's fast asleep, and we think that this is the young child Seowon, but it's not. This child doesn't even exist. When she wakes up, Seowon's healthy as a horse now. She was born premature. So this is all true, but she's misdirecting by saying that she's still alive. She was just at the playground. I got a call from my mother. Seowon's grandmother. See, now this is the part I don't understand, because how do you know the Choi's grandmother? I don't know if I fully understand that piece yet, but I get where we're at now. This is weird. And I think I might start to understand a little bit about that, because if there's two Seowons involved, then the grandma must definitely be involved, because now she's that weird piece. The day Seowon's mother was discharged. When were you discharged? It was from this... Just coming out of C-section. Minyoung was finally discharged from the hospital on Seowon's birthday. Okay, so... And that Seowon's birthday for the Kim's one is... Where are we here? 430403. Come on, where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Kidnapping phone call playground. Alright, we gotta find one of those. There's a couple schools. Okay, that's the only one. There we go, playground. Okay. What's the question, though? You mean Seowon was taken because she was mistaken for Miss Song Minyoung's late daughter? I asked Minyoung what happened. She said she heard someone call Seowon's name. You mean Seowon was taken because she was mistaken for Miss Song Minyoung's late daughter? I asked Minyoung what happened. Asked Minyoung. So she asked, yeah. She said she heard someone call Seowon's name and finally found her, after going from one playground to the next. It was a boy, probably the girl's brother. He was telling her to wait. Wait right here, Seowon. She didn't tell me anything else, but I could guess what happened. Minyoung must have gone and brought her back, like a mother picking up a child who'd gone out to play. The girl was so sweet, too, calling my daughter Auntie. The girl was so sweet, too, calling my daughter Auntie. What? Your daughter? They call Auntie Shin. Oh, no, but she doesn't call... that's confusing. Seowon doesn't call Shin Hyejong Auntie. She calls her mom. I'm sorry, Detective, I really am. I should have called right away, but then I couldn't bear to do it. Not until you paid that visit. After you dropped by, I was terrified. My hands were shaking. I found myself dialing a number, calling Seowon's father. I told him that a Minyoung seemed to have brought home a stranger's child, and pleaded with him to get the girl back to her parents. I would cause a diversion, I said, so he could get the girl away from Minyoung. I know she may not be well, but I didn't want my daughter to end up a kidnapper. I was being shameless, I know. I knew exactly what I was doing, Detective, but until Seowon's father turned himself in, even though he's done nothing wrong, I thought we could act as if nothing at all had happened, sweep it all under the rug. Knowing full well that Seowon's father is just as precious a child to his parents as Minyoung. Seowon's father is just as precious a child to his parents as Minyoung is to me. Okay, I don't understand the thing about her daughter yet. But you're not being contrite, you're lying to me. Okay, so... I had a feeling I had the... How Seowon's grandmother instructed for the kidnapping. I told him that, yeah, right. So I told him Minyoung seemed to have brought home a stranger child and plead with him to get the girl back to her parents. Name, playground, school. We have a couple schools. Where's the school one? When did Miss Song Minyoung set out to find Seowon? It must have been when she got the notice saying Seowon was due to start elementary school. It pushed her completely over the edge, yep. We got the notice from City Hall last December. I checked most of Minyoung's mail before she does. Detective, we have no idea what might set her off. But this notice about Seowon starting school, my heart nearly stopped. I had no idea that that they'd never reported her death. There it was on the document, Seowon's name printed clear. I could only imagine how it would make Min-young feel. No, I'm sorry, Detective. I'm not the victim here. I don't deserve to wallow in pity like this. I can only apologize. At the time, I balked. I was frozen, and Min-young saw me and read the notice. She looked so happy. She smiled so brightly. I hadn't seen her so delighted in, well, it must have been years. The pre-entrance day was at the end of December, and Min-young insisted we had to go out and get Seowon's uniform fitted. She was fussing about getting all her shots and picking up school supplies, and wondering why Seowon was taking so long to come home. That's when it started, I think. She went around all the local playgrounds looking for Seowon. That is sad. We got the achievement Truth. Okay. And then this is going to be a connection here. Yep. Okay, we got a key. We're going very linear right now. I don't know if I'm at the end of an episode, but honestly, I think we're very close to the end of the game, so... Kidnapping name. Kidnapper. We have no more leads after this one. But you're not being contrite, you're lying to me. Who was around when Seowon was taken? What was she wearing, and which direction did you take her? You couldn't answer any of these questions. Mr. Kim Gan-seok, this confession that you're the kidnapper, it could take away Miss Song Min-young's chance to repent and seek forgiveness for herself. We can't wait for her to recover before setting things right. You know she'll be racked by guilt. Could you live with that on her shoulders? Your ex-mother-in-law is in the next room. She's told us everything. Consider how she might feel having just reported her own daughter to protect you. You've been financially supporting your ex-wife's therapy all these years under the pretext of child support. This won't be much different. Just take a step back and support her from afar. She's a long battle ahead of her, being treated in custody. Detective, where did it all go wrong? Did I mess up from the beginning? Seowon's name. I never should have given her that name. Now do you understand why Kim Seowon is still missing to this day? Yes, I do. Great work, ma'am. Now you remember everything. Do you understand why Seowon's case was never solved after all this time? Thank you for telling me that she came home safely. That I didn't doom a little girl to her death. Thank you, truly. I remember how surprised I was when I first saw this case. Everyone involved was lying for one reason or another, whether it was to protect a loved one or to keep a promise to someone important. And what about you, Your Honor? Are you keeping a secret for someone just like them? Actually, yes, for your sake. Ooh. I need 2 keys. Cold case detective. The cold case team doesn't usually take on cases like Seowon's. The police get more than 20,000 missing children reports every year. The cold case team doesn't have that capacity. One quiet disappearance in a sea of violent unsolved cases. No one would have spared the case a second thought, but I couldn't tear my eyes away, not when I saw that name. What? Her name was Kim Seowon. Oh. That's Seo for rhinoceros and Won for origin. Just like me. We're the same age, too. Yeah, I figured. Wait, you can't mean... Ma'am, look at my badge. It's me, Choi Seowon, the missing girl you found. Whoa. I think that 2 keys means that we have to still order... Oh, that's so sad. It's me, Choi Seowon. Please don't cry, ma'am. Are you really her? Are you really Seowon? I'm so sorry. I failed you. I failed you completely. Don't say that, ma'am. I'll always be grateful to you. I don't deserve your gratitude. I never found you. That's only technically true. You remember what Kim Seowon's grandmother said, right? Here, I even have a copy of her testimony. Senior Inspector John Jeong's visit was the reason I was sent back home. But I was only following protocol. Just doing my job. Ma'am, I'm an adult now, and I know what work is like. No one followed that protocol back in the day, and they still don't. But you were different. You carried out your duties to the letter. Even though you could have slacked off and been perfectly covered by paperwork from City Hall. That's the reason I made it back home. After all these years, I tracked down all the people involved in the case one by one. I spoke with Kim Seowon's family, my father, my brother, and my dear mother, Hye-jung. Everyone asked me to pass on their thanks to you. This isn't my first time visiting you, you know. Miss, I turned a blind eye to the suffering of so many people in my career. You might thank me, but I still... All right then, let's do this. I'll set aside time for you later. Some time to look back and blame yourself and feel guilty over everything. But right now, we're racing against the clock. It took longer than expected to piece your memories back together. This isn't our first conversation, is it? Then you know that my mind is being constantly bleached. What could possibly be more important? That's exactly the reason I need your help, before those memories disappear again. Remember Song Min-young, the woman who took me away and reported her daughter missing? She was sentenced to 1 year of treatment in institutional custody, wasn't she? Yes, the sentence ended ages ago, but she's still in custody. But how? Once you're institutionalized, you can't be discharged without special approval, and Song Min-young hasn't been granted a single psychiatrist evaluation. Don't you think she needs our help? Tell me, miss. Does that mean you've forgiven Song Min-young? This isn't about forgiveness, ma'am. It's abundantly clear, even from a purely bureaucratic perspective, that we need to do something. Seowon's case is still marked as open, and yet no case should remain unsolved. Cold case solved. This credits? Yep. Wow, that was wonderful. Okay. I didn't realize that was going to end the game by answering that question. I probably should have. But that was wonderful. Great music, great little story. I wonder, is there... Because it asked for 2 keys, so I wonder, is there something that I can do to see if there's like something I can do at the very end, like basically true ending? I don't know. Is there something like that? I owe an achievement, so I'm assuming yes. Maybe we try to get that done really quick. We'll reorder. So yeah, basically it was a case of mistaken identity. A woman just got very in her head about... Oh, wait. I think... Are we the crazy mom? Did we break completely psychologically? That's possible. I love it, but let's see if I can... Let's see what it gives us. Oh, and okay, that's going to take us to the end. Okay, so I just have to reorder these and relabel. Maybe... how are we doing on this episode? No, I think we could do it. Let's do it now. So, I just have to label and order everything here. This is not locked in technically, but I can't move it either. That's together. Who were you on the phone with on the afternoon of February 3rd? So this is going to go to the support center. And up here. Yep. Okay, gotcha. So that's 1. That's also done now. That feels good. Eden Kindergarten. Did you happen to see this boy when you went to the playgrounds to find Seowon? And this is not the top? Okay. I don't know what this one is. You know what... Yeah, you know what his name is, so you wouldn't say the boy. Is this the grandma? Because she technically shouldn't know who the boy is, right? No, it's not. Okay, holding off on that one too. Okay, this is in order. This is in order. This piece is not. There's something in between this. I took a stroll there with... But that man divorced my daughter. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, this is funny because it's making just a bunch of assumptions, essentially. Or it makes the audience have a lot of assumptions. Okay. The stationary dude seems like he's fully done. How about Haijong? So there's a gap in time here. How about the brother? Does it say? Oh, he does. Yeah, on the thing it says where the gaps are. Okay, that's good to know. So I'm missing a moment from the caregiver. So I'm misallocating some of these things. Everything he says is a lie. It was me. I made him do it. How about grandma? Yep. So now that we know she's involved, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, so that's that piece. How about this? What do you mean it's all your responsibility? This is grandma also then, right? Because that was that other piece. Yup. And then this comes up. Cool. Got it. So the grandma's the one that ends up spilling it all. We'll do a little bit of a read through in a second. When did Seowon's mother leave you? Oh, and this is... Ah, and that's why. This is for you. Yep. Okay, so that's... It was me just screwing up which dad is which. Okay, so... This just comes up. Yep. Okay, good. You're not being contrite. You're lying to me. Okay, that's one key. We're getting close. How about this piece? Was your son still there? I was under the impression that both children were at the playground. This is going to... It says your son, but that's not who we're putting it to. We're going to be putting it to Shin. Yup. Okay, now I'm getting it. We got all the pieces coming in now. Okay. This I still have no idea. How about the umbrella, you mean? Leave the case unsolved. We can't do that, sir. That is for you. Cool. Okay, did these two just flip? No, right? No, okay, so I'm missing something for Seowon's actual father. I also am probably missing something for the grieving mother. Okay, so where are my pieces now? How does Myung-ho feel? This is Dad. Yeah, there we go. We found his connecting point. Okay, almost there. We have 2 more. This one. You know that playground near the station? I saw that boy a few days ago. That's probably... Oh, that's probably the mom, because she doesn't know who the boy is. Yep, wow. Okay, is that everything? I think it is. Look, that's our completed... That's a completed path. And we have 2 keys, plus some extra. That's interesting that it also has it as extra. I think I fully understand the story now, too. So, Song has a psychotic break when she sees the City Hall letter come in. These 2 used to be together. He's fully aware. The only thing I don't fully understand is how the grandma is involved. Did you see any suspicious individuals when you went to pick up Seowon, or any of the out of the ordinary? I was so sure that Seowon would be at the playground, but when I saw her there, I didn't see her. So I assume my daughter took her along. Can't believe she's gone and called you. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty a wild story, but I get it. I get now why it was so confusing. Do you understand why? Yes, I do. And now let's see what happens if I scroll through this and also... Just a quick skip through. You want to use a key to open this lock? Yes, I do. Madam, a secret I've been keeping for your sake. It's been 12 years now. 12 years since the case. And since I retired from the missing persons team, 12 long years. What? Oh boy. Yep. This is the other version of this that I was thinking about, that it's the reverse. I was busy for the first 5 years. A lawyer friend asked me to take on a paralegal job. It was hard work getting used to a new position at that age. But I suppose that would only be an excuse. The truth is, I thought I'd resolved things well enough. A decent end for everyone involved. Wait, what do you mean? I'd put the case out of my mind for so long, but you were still chained helplessly to the lie that I told. Each painful day of your life stretched out into years. I'm so sorry I'm late, Miss Song Min-young. Yep. I don't understand. Are you trying to deceive me? Your ex-husband couldn't make it today, but I'm John Ji-gyung, because he's at the rally outside the Human Rights Commission. I'm the one who retired from the force. I'm the one who's racked with guilt. You lived out your sentence years ago. The one who tried to die? Miss Song Min-young. Wow. So which is the true ending? Probably this one, because we did everything, right? Miss Song Min-young, each time we revisited these memories, you became someone else. At times, you became Seowon, searching for her mother. Today, you became a detective, despairing at her failure to find the little girl. I'm Song Min-young? We've been having this conversation again and again for months now. Just like you said, those conversations you remembered were real. The only difference is that I was the one who heard those exchanges, not you. The memories we unearthed today are a mix of your personal experiences and your memories of everything I told you. And you pieced together those fragments determining who said what and where. But you haven't quite found out who was doing the listening. It's time to put the final puzzle piece in its place. Complete the mirror that will show who you really are. Min-young, let's get you out of this place. Let me get you to a doctor, somewhere you can get proper treatment. I can help you. Miss Song Min-young. But if you're really me, if you're really Jeon-gyung, why? Why go so far when you're not even on the force anymore? That's the same question I once asked Seowon. Let me give you the same answer she gave me. Seowon's case is still marked as open, and no case should remain unsolved. Yeah, we got the achievement Solidarity to save her. Okay, that's both endings. I feel like that's probably the more correct ending. I like actually the other one too. It almost feels like they couldn't decide, to be honest. It feels like they couldn't decide what ending of the game they wanted to go with. But I really like that. That was fun. Cool detective games. I really like the container of short detective games, because I think that's actually really hard to do. It's much easier to do a game that is longer and you can overwrite. God knows there are plenty of those that are like, 20 to 40 hour detective games, and we've played some of them on the channel, and there is value to those. It's fun to like fully sink into a world of a bunch of characters, but it's also something to there's something of note to do a shorter experience that you can kind of like quickly tailor. Oh, every man for himself. It's a philosophy that seems to be increasingly prevalent in our world. We live in an age where the law of the jungle is seen as a given, fueling rage and hate across society. So I'd like to express my heartfelt support for those who resist, for those who withstand the mockery and condescension, digging in their heels for what is right. I made this game with faith that when we show our kindness to others with no benefit of our own, we bring about change in a world of stagnation and alter the course of people's lives. Whoa. Thank you for playing. Beautiful. I love a game that has like a reason to exist other than it being just a game. That's the best part of art, is to share your message and share your voice with other people. On that way, I can't end this any better. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you like this whole series. As I said, there are other detective games on the channel. Maybe not as heartfelt as this one, but definitely some really good ones. Hopefully we'll be right back in the next episode with a completely new game coming up right down the pipeline. Again, thank you so much for watching all the way through the series. If you've stuck with us this far, please subscribe. It's always going to be helpful to the channel, keeping it growing. Share it with friends, etc. And another puzzle game, another detective game on the way. See you very soon. Bye-bye.